Tripp Kramer here from trippadvice.com. Today I want to talk about this idea of you going out there and seeing all different types of women, right? You're seeing women that you're not attracted to, women that you're somewhat attracted to, and then those really high tier women that you're super attracted to, women that are just gorgeous. And so I want to talk today about how we are not going to be putting these women on a pedestal, but also really explain what it's like to be in the body or the life of a woman who's extremely beautiful. Like, how are they a little bit different in the sense that they are experiencing a whole different world? Let's dive in. So first you have to understand that women who are on the top tier, who are very physically attractive, they have been treated differently their entire life. Of course, there's the ugly duckling syndrome, where maybe some women were not attractive when they were younger, and then as they got older, they grew into themselves and became more attractive. But either way, women who are attractive are living in a very different reality than other women who are not attractive. And of course, guys like you and I, who we are not women, obviously, so we're not getting treated the way they do. So a woman who is very attractive, what she's experiencing is a lot of attention, obviously. But you have to understand how that affects a woman. Okay, so when a woman is receiving all of that attention, and when a woman is getting praised for her looks constantly, this means that she has the pick of the litter. She has lots of choices. So having sex for her, getting a boyfriend, getting even just a simple date is extremely easy because she's getting approached by a lot of men. She's being talked to. She's getting a lot of swipe rights, online dating, and a lot of messages. So she has this insane abundance mentality that she doesn't even have to convince herself of. It's not even a mentality, it's just the reality of her world. So with this intense abundance of men, she can pick anyone she wants. And what happens is she is so praised for her looks that this is where she's getting a lot of her self-esteem from. So what happens over time is, because she's getting so much attention, it becomes numbing to her. So the fact that a guy might come up to her and give her a compliment on her beauty or her being approached, this starts to almost mean nothing. So because of this, what does this have to do with you? Because of this, what you need to understand is, if you're ever trying to talk to or approach or get a date from a woman who is extremely physically attractive, the last thing you need to do is put her on a pedestal and also be very complimentary on her looks, or acting in nice guy fashion, thinking that you have to do things for her in order for her to get attracted. Of course, that doesn't work anyways, but these women are experiencing this on such a high level that it's almost impossible to stand out if you're doing any of the aforementioned things. When you're around a woman who's that beautiful, you have to make sure that she has no idea how beautiful you think she is. Because, like I said earlier, connecting all the dots here, her validation is from her looks now, because she's been trained to feel that way. So if she doesn't get it from you, she's going to be seeking it more. And also she's going to be like, why isn't this guy validating me? And this is going to make her more interested and intrigued by you, even if you don't think you're super good looking. Because remember, women, yes, they're attracted to a man's physical looks, but also by their behavior, which goes a further way, harder to fake. So understand that when you're around a beautiful woman, do not be praising her. Do not be hitting on her so hard and forcing so much like every other guy. You have to stand out. So you have to play it cool, okay? There's this like kind of a cool guy game where you're just playing it completely cool. Now, it's funny that I tell you this, because this is something, again, you should be doing to any woman that you're talking to, but I know that a lot of guys are really interested in how to attract the very attractive physical woman, right? So that woman specifically. And so you have to make sure that you're playing it so cool that no matter what happens, you are not going to be giving her things, buying her things. Of course, maybe with the exception of if you guys go out to dinner, you're obviously going to pay for the bill, something like that. I actually did a video on that recently. But you are going to be making sure that when you're around her, you're not treating her like she's more special. A lot of guys will do that. They'll say, oh, well, this woman's very attractive. I got to do something different. Like, something different has to happen. I have to treat her differently. No, the exact opposite. You have to treat her like she is your equal. You have to not be so intimidated by this woman because of her physical beauty. I know that's easier said than done. Over time, it's going to get easier. At first, it's going to be very intimidating for you because you're so attracted to her that you don't want to screw it up, and you're going to be doing things that are going to make you look a little simpy and a little beta, right? But over time, with the more exposure to women who you're very physically attracted to, it's going to get easier. What I want you to do, and here's the tip of this video, is you want to expose yourself so much to these women. What I mean is you want to be talking to a lot of these women and spending time around these women and approaching these women so you yourself get numb to this. I do not want you to be thinking that these women are so special, like, this is the only beautiful woman on earth. No. There are so many more women out there that are very, very beautiful that you can be with. And of course, beauty is, somewhat subjective. I know what's a 10 to some guy is a 6 to another guy. So whatever it is to you, make sure you understand this. Because I can tell you, and I'll tell you now, but it's better to expose yourself. But understand that there are more women out there. Try to get into the abundant mindset that she has. And so when you are exposing yourself and meeting all of these types of women, you're going to realize, oh wait, she's actually not any more special than any other woman just because of her beauty. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go for a woman that you're attracted to. You absolutely should if that's what you want to do, which I know most of you do. But do not put her on the pedestal. She has already been put on this pedestal by so many guys, and I want you who's watching this video, you to be the last one to be doing that. And that's what's going to get her more intrigued and more attracted to you. I hope that makes sense. Hit that like button right now if it does make sense. Again, we're not pedestalizing, if that's a word. I think I just made it up. We're not putting her on the pedestal, okay? We're not treating her any differently. Of course, there are things you do need to do to build attraction. I talk about that in my Hooked program. I'll put a link down below. You might even have a lot of confidence issues. And if you do, I have a free program for that called Instantly Confident. I'll put another link down there below so you can learn how to build more confidence. But I'll give one of the secrets away right now. It's really about surrounding yourself by lots of women and lots of women you're attracted to so it becomes less of a deal for you. I do not want this to be a big deal. And that's how you slowly and slowly get better. Check out Instantly Confident down below for free. Check out my Hooked video course, which is not free, but you will definitely get your money's worth because it teaches you everything you need to know to be going out and meeting women and being able to attract the high quality women that you're interested in. Hope this helps. I'll see you on the next video.